Hi there, Occupy the NEDAC friends. This is William, and I'm in Norman, Oklahoma at Saxon Park. It's 3:30 p.m. and I think it's about 52 degrees here, so it's a little cool today. And we're going to visit about the NEED Act and how and why we can get the slackers and the skater boys and the broken glass boys, we can get them $50,000 a year guaranteed annual income, plus free housing, plus free education in schools that we control and not the 1% and their boys, and free health care and free transportation. Yeah, we can have free transportation because we're going to have automated cars, and let's get around here and get a little tree in the background. And we're going to have automated cars. You're going to be able to call them up on your cell phone and tell them where you want to go and how many of you there will be and how long you're going to be there, and the car that will take you there. Or maybe you need to haul a load, and a pickup that'll take you there, or come and get you, and take you. And you're not going to have to own a car. You're not going to have to pay car payments. You're not going to have to pay insurance. You're not going to have to do maintenance. You're not going to have to do anything because the government will own the cars and be able to haul you around. Now, if you want to travel without the government knowing where you're going, which is going to be impossible, I mean, things have already been changed probably too much to be able to hide everything, but maybe some of you smart guys will be able to figure out how to hide everything from the government. That's what you need to do. We need to get you an education where you can do that, or you can figure out how we can automatically hide everything we do from anybody that we don't want following us. So what we got to do, we got to figure out, you guys that love these boys, let's figure out how we can kickstart them to get them so involved in our government that they won't be able to ignore us, and we'll be able to get the NEED Act passed, which will turn everything upside down from the way that it is now, because all of a sudden with the NEED Act, the bankers will have to come to us to borrow money, not us go to them to borrow money. Yeah. So let me show you where we're at here. We'll do a little flip around here. Here we go. We're out here at Saxon Park, and there's actually a horse farm right across the way here. We can't see because of these trees here, but looks like the sun's coming out just a little bit, and we're out in the woods. I'm actually sitting on the exercise that I'll do right here. That is an exercise station that I can do setups on. Yeah, right there. It's actually very comfortable. And now, us old guys that are watching this, we need to get senior exercise playgrounds in our city parks that are close to us, so we had a place to walk to, and we can exercise and visit with seniors and look around and see the children at the playground next to us, or the skateboard park next to us, or the basketball court, and mix in and visit and get the exercise, the strength exercises that we need. These actual exercises that I do here in this park are equivalent to the exercises that I've done at the health clubs that I belong to for the last 40 years that I won't go to now. And so there's my bicycle that I came on is hidden right behind that tree limb. There it is. There it is. That is a folding electric bicycle. That bicycle's been all over the country. It's been in all 5 boroughs of New York City. It's been in Los Angeles. It's been down to Venice Beach and Santa Monica and Chicago, and up north to Highland Park on the trains, and it travels on the trains free as a piece of luggage on Amtrak. And they're trying to cut Amtrak back. We can't let them do that. We can make sure that Amtrak has all the money that it needs to build all of the trains that it needs, and high speed and low speed and inner city and within cities, and because the money's free. It costs nothing to create money, and the bankers have been doing that for years and charging us for it. We're going to stop them from doing that. It's a fucking crime that we've let them, in plain sight, fuck us. Yeah. And this NEAT Act is the most revolutionary legislation that's ever been introduced in Congress. It's H.R. 2990 of the 112th Congress. That's H.R. 2990 of the 112th Congress by former Congressman Dennis Kucinich of Cleveland, Ohio, who went, after he introduced this legislation, the Republicans got him gerrymandered out of Congress. Sorry, bastards. Dennis Kucinich has been fighting the bankers ever since he was a 26-year-old kid. And he won. The bankers in Cleveland were trying to foreclose on the power company, the Cleveland Power Company, and he won and stopped them from doing that. And it till this day belongs to the city of Cleveland and provides funds for the projects that they need to do. And it's not enough funds. Because the NEAT Act can provide enough fund. We're talking. This is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars this can do for us, not just any pity-atty things that we like to do with nonprofits and things like that. That's old school stuff that we need to get beyond, and that's what the NEAT Act does for us. It gets us beyond that. Now, it does 3 things. It ends fractional reserve banking, which is the power of the banks to create money. It nationalizes the Federal Reserve and puts it into the Treasury where we think it is now, but it's not. It's entirely owned by the member banks. Your nice friendly banker down on the corner or in your suburb that has that little bank down there, he has the power to create money. Wouldn't that be nice to have a business to do that, to create money? It's a fucking counterfeit operation. That's our banking operation, and let's stop them from doing that. And so anyway. It nationalized the Federal Reserve. We're gonna pay them for their stock. J.P. Morgan Chase owns almost 50% of the stock in the Federal Reserve System. We're gonna pay Jamie Dimon off, and he's the chairman and chief executive officer of J.P. Morgan Chase. We're gonna buy their stock. We're not gonna rob them, but we're going to switch it around where they got to come to us to borrow money, because if they're going to loan you money for that car you want, you're going to get a $50,000 a year basic income. But if you want more than that, you can get a job, you can get an education so you can get a good job and buy you a car, and you can go to the bank and borrow money. And now the thing's going to be different than it is now. They're not going to be able to just punch on their computer and create the money for that car. They're going to have money, have capital to loan it to you, or they're going to have to have people that authorize them to use their funds that they've deposited in their bank to loan to you, or if that isn't adequate, they can come to the Federal Reserve System that we control and ask us for a loan. And we'll give it to them if that's what we want to do, because we will be able to decide who gets money, not the bankers. The bankers will ask us for the money, but we will be able to be the ones that make the decision. Whoever controls the power to create money controls the nation. And that's going to be us with the NEAT Act. So you slacker boys, you skater boys, you ones that just know that the schools that you go to are fucking fraud, and all you want is out of them because they're hell on earth. And you're going to be able to get out of them. And you're going to be able to control what you're taught there. You're going to be taught things that will work for you, not things that work for the bankers, which is how it's set up now. It's all for the bankers. So, now you guys, you old guys that have got money, that love them, let's kickstart this campaign. Let's get these boys in Washington, D.C. and active and demonstrating. And I know they can do it because they're doing it in Portland. You ought to have watched them this summer. It was fucking incredible. They were giving the people hell there. And in turn, the police turned around and gave them hell. In fact, they talked about the riots. The ones that were rioting were the police. They're the ones that had the guns and the rubber bullets and the gas and all that shit. They were the ones rioting. The kids were peacefully protesting. They were hollering at them. They were hollering at them to let their friends out of prison and jail and to stop killing them. And here comes the police and start hurting them and handcuffing them and pushing them into the pavement and hitting them with the rubber bullets. One guy got hit so bad, it just ripped his fucking face off. And they were just protesting. Maybe they didn't like them because they're working for the bankers. That's what the police work for. They work for, and that's what they've always done, and that's the only thing they've been successful at doing is putting down rebellions. And they really worked on it this summer. And things have kind of calmed down, but I understand there was an upset in Portland this weekend that I missed. I'll try not to miss anymore. They say that the reason that the police don't like them is because there's communists in New York City that are funding them. Well, there might be. And that's what we need to be, old guys that love these kids. We need to be funding them and kickstarting them and getting them in Washington, D.C. and getting in the face of our representatives and our senators and not getting out of their faces, getting into their offices and talking to them and being in the hallways and every day when they get out of bed. It might be the afternoons before they get down to the halls of Congress, but because they might be doing too much drinking and smoking and fucking during the rest of the time and late into the night. But that's okay. We need to do away with the Protestant, the Puritan work ethic, and which all it means is you love your work no matter how little you're being paid or how badly you're being treated. The Puritans need to get back on the Mayflower. They need to give us their passports and sail out to the sea, never to return to port again. So anyway, I think I'll stop this little broadcast. We've been here a little over 15 minutes now, and I'm going to do my exercises, these set-ups and some chest press and leg press, and we've got a half-mile course that I'll walk on. I'm going to be 79 years old next month, and half mile's good enough for me. And in the meantime, my old guy friends and old gal friends, let's pressure our senior groups to get senior playgrounds in all our city parks. Every city park that has a children's playground in it should have a senior playground in it. And if you look on my Facebook page, you'll see what it looks like. So it'd be the post that's right under this one. So, okay, bye for now. It's been great talking to you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.